blog was used to document the process and show the progression of our short film. We had the option to use WordPress, but opted for Blogger because we'd used it last year, so we're familiar with the intricacies and design of the site. Firstly, the design of my blog was particularly convenient this year. I wanted to make my blog as easy to navigate as possible, so I implemented the sidebar look to it. Sidebar meant I had an index of all my blog posts down the left hand side of the page, so readers can find specifically what they're searching for. This was something I failed to implement last year, as I had a more basic layout with less thought put into it. Blog was great for documenting the process of a screen. I was able to upload photos and write about them in one blog post. As well as this, the embedding of videos from sites like YouTube, and we could include a wide range of media platforms. The video sharing site YouTube had many functions for our group. One example of this is through research. Due to the vast amount of videos on YouTube, it wasn't very difficult to find past students' work to gain the inspiration of camera shots and narratives. We also looked at professional short films. They offered a higher standard and displayed the typical conventions of a short film. We were able to learn a lot from this. What YouTube also provided us with was a sharing site. We were able to put footage we wanted to share on YouTube, and from YouTube it entered our blogs. Due to Blogger's slightly basic tools, this was the only way to share videos on our blogs. This showed just how significant YouTube was during the production process. As well as this, my podcast on conventions of a short film would not have been accessible had YouTube not been able to convert it into a file applicable to Blogger. It was an extremely valuable technological aspect for both the construction and research parts of our short film. This video you're watching now will also be shown on YouTube. We spent much time deliberating over the production logo and ident for our company, Counting Sheep Productions. Sam was in charge of the ident and began creating a rough version of the cartoon on Serif Draw Plus. This media technology was crucial in the planning stage of our ident and gave us a clear direction of the path we wanted to take in the production of our ident. From the rough draft, Sam was able to decide whether or not to proceed with the concept. We did continue, and Sam downloaded the app called Doing, which allowed us to complete the ident to a more professional quality. You can see the cartoon-like look from the ident in the final product. This would not have been possible without Doing. I was assigned with compiling the magazine review for our short film. After researching many other short film reviews on websites including empire.com, I proceeded with producing the double-page spread. I decided to use Serif Page Plus. It's a program I've used before and am familiar with. I know I'd be capable of producing a good double spread magazine review on this program. The program had many functions which I was able to benefit from, including colour schemes, and a wide range of the colours, as well as typography. I was able to implement my own font, which wouldn't have been possible on Microsoft Word, for example. However, on here, I got my own font, which resembled the screen. The Microsoft programs were integral to the success of our short film. Excel was used to produce us with a detailed shooting schedule, which last year we failed to look at. However, this year we were able to utilise the program of Excel to produce a hugely beneficial shooting schedule. Microsoft Publisher was equally useful. James used it to produce the poster for screen, which is of great quality because he took advantage of the equipment available on this program. Microsoft Word was also helpful in the planning process. We used it to create a shot list and write down a narrative. It was also useful in our film. It's the program present on Keith's computer. Outlook 2011, the email distributor, was also applied to our project as we were able to gain feedback from our peers on our progress. This was beneficial to our group as we had the feedback in an electronic form we could easily report onto our blogs about. Previously, we had relied on word of mouth to gather feedback, which was often false and unreliable. used this year and I'm talking into right now is the Nikon D3100 rented out from our school library. We used it to shoot the film and I'm using it now to film question 4 of the evaluation. The DSLR camera had many helpful features including the focus, which aided our film significantly. The only problem with the camera would be it didn't have a torch of some kind. This would have helped when we shot at night. The tripod used during construction and now is the Velbron DF40. This extended 3 meters, which meant we got a wider breadth of shots, which helped significantly. For example, when we wanted to get a point of view shot, when we wanted to get an over the shoulder shot, we were able to extend it to the height required. The editing software we used was iMovie. We used it because none of our team had a better, more professional editing tool. However, we utilised what the program had to offer by including transitions such as fade to black and screen wipe. We also slowed clips down, which we were able to use to emphasise a particular point in the film. This was all done on the Macs. The Macs were provided by the school. Transferring footage from the camera to the computer was not a problem, as formats were acceptable. We were able to appreciate these from last year, as all the footage we used on a different camera was lost when we were trying to transfer. Also played a significant role in the research and planning of our short film. We were able to get a bird's eye view of the path we wanted Keith to take. We took a look at the locations surrounding Sam's house, James's house and my house, and in the end decided on the location surrounding my house because it was the most rural.